Michigan players.
Yeah.
They both are from the same
They're from the
side
same-
of Michigan that is very far removed from the bulk of the competitive Michigan scene.
Yeah.
And they're all really good over there.
Yeah. And what's funny is that there's only 3 West Michigan players that came to this tournament.
One got 13th, the other 2 are in top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of these 2 has to send each other home out of the tournament, and they're both in my carpool.
They both made the top 8.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of them can feel too bad.
Yeah.
Especially Abner. Abner's kind of on the rise. Miloni's been a respected, good player for a long time. Abner just recently has started to get blowing up with a lot of really good results. But
Yeah.
so just the fact that he made top 8 in the first place.
You want me? How many entrances do you have? Give me that, and I can. You want to use my payout? Okay, just go give me the entrance count. I can do it for you. Anyway, quick history about these 2. On Thursday, they just played at the West Michigan Weekly Collateral Damage. Ryoku sent Miloni into losers, 2-0. And then Miloni came back and beat him with Marv.
Yeah.
In winners finals or grand finals in I think it was like a 6-1 or 6-0. So these 2.
You know what's funny is Miloni has had a Marth for so long that I remember that he used to specifically main custom Marth.
Yeah.
When customs were legal leading up to Evo, he liked Marth a lot with custom.
He also used custom Ike.
He's fine.
He's a Fire Emblem fanboy, but
Yeah.
he also loves Cloud. And he loves how good Cloud is. Anyway,
Yeah. He is the definition. I'm gonna say when I put him on blast, definition of just a tier whore. he mained Diddy until Diddy was nerfed. Then he mained Sheik until Sheik was nerfed, and then he made Cloud.
yep, and he's proud of it.
And
He plays to win.
And he's so good. So
Yeah.
what can I say?
You're a jerk. Anyway, Ryoku doing quite well opening off right here. He's one of the more comfortable Bayonettas against Cloud, I'd say, in Michigan alone. Most of our Bayonettas aren't too comfortable against Cloud.
We don't really have a Cloud around Miloni's level in East Michigan.
No, not at all.
Not even close. Our best Cloud by far is Miloni, unless you can make Seth mad enough to go Cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right, 137% Miloni. He's got to try and find a way here to get back into this match, and he gets an up
smash
smash.
might do it, yeah. Oh, another one.
Another one.
I knew.
Another
As
one.
soon as I saw that air dodge, I knew there was another
I
one.
love how
coming.
we were just thinking, like, man, Ryoku's just got this dominant start of this set, and then all of a sudden Miloni 2 up smashes later, and
Yeah.
he takes first blood, and now Ryoku's got to try and find a way to get on back into this.
Yeah,
all right,
he's-
starts a quick juggle game, but Ryoku falls right out. Ooh.
He keeps, as Bayonetta, against when Cloud's trying to recover, there's no reason not to go out there and just scare him at least into having the air dodge so that he has to use his limit.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with just dipping low and up-being him. Just as like, if you dip below, I guess, like Cloud. It's
Yeah.
Cloud, not Marth.
Yeah,
I'm about to
yeah.
start talking Bayonetta versus Marth stuff. When you dip below Cloud, it forces him to either jump or up-B instantaneously, because the moment that Bayonetta is below, that's a free witch twist.
Yeah.
And when witch twist, when you're just pointing outwards towards the blast zone, that just sends at the worst angle.
Yep. Oh,
Oh!
Ryoku is
Oh
so
my-
good at getting those.
Oh!
No, we did another one.
Oh, I saw where Miloni got hit with the witch time. He was in the middle of down tilt, so his momentum was going to the left. So the moment Ryoku hit him, he actually just kind of maintained that leftward momentum and just shot more to the left. And Ryoku didn't see that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, read!
wow.
What a great read!
Yeah, that was a great air dodge read. I was gonna say after he missed those 2 up smashes during the witch time, I was gonna take back that I said he can't be mad if he loses this, because you absolutely can be mad if you lose a game after that happens. But he ended up winning the game, which is impressive in its own right to be able to, keep a swivel head after giving up that free game-winning kill.
Yeah.
Missing both those up smashes. We're going back to Smashville. Miloni, did he switch characters? No, he didn't. He's sticking with Cloud. Sticking with Cloud at least for one more game.
I'd be very, surprised to see Miloni switch to Cloud almost instantaneously, because for someone like Miloni to actually switch off Cloud, it really means that he is just uncomfortable and he just frankly doesn't know what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you know that with how much these two play, Miloni has kind of like a counter attack method in like his back pocket for Ryoku, but right now Ryoku's kind of just saying you don't have anything to beat me right now because I am just in total control of this match right now.
Yeah, his neutral is incredibly good so far this game.
Oh, misses it.
I think that had a little bit to do with Cloud's limit making him fall fast.
Yep. Oh, that's down tilt gonna force Abner back off stage.
Miloni's doing a good job on the ledge right now. He's really patiently keeping him off the side. Unfortunately, Bayonetta is one of the characters that suffered the least from being oppressed at the ledge.
Yeah, she has so many tools to, I guess, get off the ledge. But if you can kind of like get into what the pattern your opponent likes to do, it actually becomes almost like difficult for the Bayonetta to actually to get off the ledge. If you can recognize that pattern that she's really searching for. Oh, but he's looking right there. He was looking for another nair into side B, but catches it.
Same
Ryoku.
as the last game where he was Miloni down by about 40%, but ends up taking the first stock.
Yeah, and that was actually what I was about to count. But Ryoku strikes right back, takes it with a back air, 0%. Ryoku, he wants to try and get a 2-0 advantage here in this best of 5 because it is a lot harder to take 3 straight games against somebody who you're so well you're well versed.
Who knows the way you play. Like you're giving him 3 games to adapt.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, but one thing you're gonna want to see Miloni start to do is that Ryoku, he's one of the Bayonettas in this stage who's a little heel slide heavy. Like it's really what he looks to get in. I mean, like he's very like meticulous in why he does it. He always is looking for like landing to cover landings. But there's some times where he just does it, and he really shouldn't like do it, I guess.
He likes to do the empty heel slide where he doesn't do the flip at the end. And
Yeah.
something I actually learned from Max Ketchum is that when they slide at you, if there's bullets coming out of your feet, that means they're gonna backflip, and if there's no bullets, they're not gonna backflip.
It's just these. It's all about visual cues with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So many things can like indicate like what's going on with her when she's using bullet arts. Anyway, Ryoku hit him with a back air, but
Platform saved
right
the
on
limit.
The platform. And Miloni, he's just looking for a limit cross slash.
It's either limit cross slash or witch time. One of the something's gonna take
and
the
that's
set.
something we've seen like
He
from
just stuffed
Miloni.
his cross
He's
slash out.
actually not really falling into witch times. He's not letting Ryoku just kind of like get free damage and even like free kills with witch time.
Oh wow, that was a Hail Mary up smash. He went for the witch time, but Miloni auto snapped the ledge.
Oh,
I did it again.
Another auto snap.
Yep.
Oh, that
Down tilt.
Right now, Ryoku's getting a little.
2 witch times. You see that?
Yeah, that witch time's not gonna be fresh for like another like. Probably by the time like we got 2 minutes left on the clock, that's when that witch time is gonna be back into like full swing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, he didn't die from the up air, and then he just
I'm
sadly fell
surprised
past
he
the
like
ledge.
lost. I don't know how he lost his jump. Like I wish we had like some replay technology, but maybe he got caught jumping out of like when he got dash attacked. Maybe that's how the how it started.
All right, so it's 1-1. Miloni managed to not go into a 0-2 hole. Sorry, I took a big drink of water, and now I had a hiccup. Luckily, I don't get more than like 3 hiccups at a time, so thank goodness for that.
You're lucky. Sometimes when I got hiccups, it's like, and then I just have to like pause for like a year.
This is gonna sound the same, but I can swallow my hiccups. I start to get the hiccups, and I can swallow them and not have them anymore. It's hard to believe, but watch me never have more than 2 or 3 in a row. All right, we're going to Lilat. That means that Ryoku picked Lilat. For a second there, it looked like they were having some button issues, but I guess Ryoku was just daring him to come at him. He was just standing still in the middle of the stage for a while.
The first witch time.
Finally get a witch
and
time.
he techs it.
I wondered how the second one didn't hit. Miloni teched that down there while it was witch time. That's funny.
Now, this is actually Ryoku's favorite counter pick as Bayonetta. So if you're ever forced into a situation where you have to fight him and you take a game, always ban Lilat, even though he will probably, like, if you don't ban Lilat, he's going to take you to Triplats. But Bayonetta on Lilat, that is a terrifying...
horrible combination.
Yeah. Like, Cloud would, like, if you're Cloud, definitely don't mind going to Triplats.
Yeah.
You get to juggle a little bit more.
I don't think Cloud really super minds Lilat either. I mean, obviously recovering is harder, but the platforms being there make his sharking super, super good.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit better for Bayonetta, but just not bad enough for Cloud that Miloni had any reason to actually ban it.
Yes. right? Oh my gosh, that shield by Ryoku, just the size of like a pea, almost a skittle. That was so like it's just so tiny right now. And Miloni, he's trying to just cheese out this first stock, like the first stock kill, like he does every game, where Ryoku just has such a dominating start. And then Miloni just, just up smashes into...
Up smashes twice or something.
Yeah, up smashes twice, gets a kill, and gains the first lead. But Ryoku finally draws first blood.
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to see Miloni try to take, I guess, like a more offensive approach because he's got a deficit right now.
Yeah, you see if Ryoku might try and take the first lead. Nobody's had a lead. This whole set, there's been no leads.
Yeah, no.
It's been dead even the entire time.
Yeah, like the moment one person loses their stock, they instantly come off that halo and they instantly respond with another as kill.
One with the 4 glory strats, I think he just rolled about 6 times.
More like the low 1 strats.
The low, yeah, that's got a low 1. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, that's very risky.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like we were talking about. Ryoku, so heavy on the heel slide.
Kick
and the moment
heel
you never do heel slide kick into a cloud because that cloud is just going to sit and shield, wait for you to do the flip kick, and then you're just going to eat a limit cross slash to the face.
Yeah, you could a finishing touch if you wanted to.
Yeah, really. That's just for like the total bad manners.
Yeah, if he would have been at like 60 or 70.
Yeah, see, look at once again, Ryoku just going for these heel slides and just getting punished. Easy peasy. Miloni Miloni just scouting out these really kind of like almost dangerous habits that Ryoku's kind of just like showing. Like Ryoku's just showing his cards a lot right now.
Yeah, he really is. Miloni is very, very happy to stand back in camp, which makes it even harder to surprise him with a heel slide because it kind of doesn't work on someone that's just standing there.
Yeah.
And I noticed that one advantage that Cloud has on this stage right now is that Ryoku can't try and force him to approach with the bullets. He keeps trying to shoot at him, and the angles of the stage are making the bullets go all cockamamie.
Ooh, Miloni, very, very sneaky with that air dodge to get through, I guess, the trap of all like the bullet barrage that Ryoku was trying to set up for him. 82% on Ryoku. 1 limit cross slash could spell doom here for Ryoku, but Miloni is just very content to sitting on the opposite side of Ryoku and just forcing Ryoku to approach. And if Miloni decides to approach, he's going in with those grabs. Just doesn't really care. He's not going to commit and get punished for which time. You can't if you're grabbing.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to not do anything though. I thought Abner would have gotten a triple jump glitch, but today, oh my god.
That was so beautiful.
He walked back and then dashed, like he walked away and then dashed in and got a cross slap.
Yeah.
That's like one of those things where you're just like, so it's such an unconventional, I guess, tool into like nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, and it feels awful to get hit by too. It's like when you're playing basketball and they fake that they're gonna go one way and then they cross you up, break your ankles. That's what that feels like when someone does that against you. Meek does that all the time. He just starts to walk away a little bit and then he comes back and does any of his hundreds of Meek things that he does. He does that all the time. So now I wonder where Ryoku is gonna take him to Town and City, which makes me wonder what it is that Miloni banned. He might have banned FD. FD is kind of the stage that I would take either one of these characters to. But
I mean, the choice of Town and City, it's a mutual benefit to both players.
Yeah, and Miloni specifically really likes to stand on the platform and charge his limit. So I will understand if you banned FD.
Yeah. And it almost, what's really crazy to think is that when you look at how Game 1 started, it really looked like Ryoku was just kind of poised to take the set.
Yep.
And Miloni, over the course of the past 2 games, has really kind of just picked apart and dissected everything Ryoku wants. Kind of the game, like dissected the game plan. He found the playbook, and is just punishing him for every single thing he's doing.
Yep.
And Ryoku kind of looking a little bit flustered.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be making nearly as many changes to adaptations as Miloni is in this set.
Oh,
See, he could have just shot there to force him to air dodge to burn the limit. Well, I think Ryoku is letting Miloni get back to the stage without using his limit. Oh my god. Again, he was down by so much. That's the third game this set where Miloni was down by a ton and ends up taking the first stock.
As soon as Ryoku set himself up with that ABK going downwards, I knew he was going to witch time out of just pure fear of either the finishing touch or some other type of limit move. And Miloni scouted that out from like 2 miles away,
Like,
and
we were just
instantaneously
yeah.
punishes it. And that's the first finishing touch kill. And when you get finishing touch, and especially since it's the first stock, that is a demoralizer.
Yeah, and so we just were going on about how Miloni obviously
And that is
in his dude. Yeah,
Yep.
he figured out everything there was to figure
Yeah,
about
look,
Ryoku
you can just see
over the course of that set.
Ryoku on the left, he's just shaking his head. He's smiling. Like this is an average Thursday night for these two players,
Yeah.
whether it be winter semis or grand finals.
Yeah.
Ryoku, good stuff on making top 8. He's definitely getting a little bit of a paycheck here. It's top 8 payout.
Yep.
There's a nice $50 pop bonus for the